What's up, party people? Now, in the interest of time, I'm gonna try to get through this video as fast as I can. All right. This video is about flat Earth. For those that don't know, I started this channel with a flat Earth video and my questions about it. Excuse me. And my questions about it, and I got some replies from it, and I said that I was gonna think about it some more and come back with a conclusion when I wrap my head around it. So this is that video. So if you're not interested, I understand. Peace. For those that staying, here we go. All right. When I first started getting into it, I looked at all the debunking videos, all those. I seen about the lighting, the ways the planes fly. I looked at all that. And what I came to about all that was I can't explain a lot of that. Like, there's a lot of it that leans toward flat Earth, and there's a lot of it that leans toward a globe. So the only way to solve that would be if we could all go up there and just see for ourselves. But since that can't happen, even if you send a camera up there, somebody's going to say it was edited or CGI. So what I decided to do was try to look at the origins of it. And the first thing I started doing was looking at the diagrams. Let's start with this one. Okay, I apologize if it's a little blurry, but this right here is basically a diagram of flat Earth, for all those that don't know. Everybody else, got one more diagram for you. All right, so what I noticed was the structure underneath. And what I thought was, okay, how would anybody see this perspective? Like, how would anybody know that that's what it looks like underneath? If, according to flat Earth theory, nothing could get through the firmament. Nothing could get in, nothing could get out. So how would they know that this is what's underneath? So I decided to go back to the original text, or pretty much, here we go. Nope. Okay. Then God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. And God called the firmament heaven. Now, this is the original script. So if God called the firmament heaven, how is it a solid dome? Okay. So that's when I started going to, what's the definition of firmament? And it says here, in the biblical cosmology, the firmament is the structure above the atmosphere of Earth, conceived as a vast solid dome. According to the Genesis creation narrative, God created the firmament to separate the waters above the earth from the waters below the earth. The word angelicized from the Latin firmamentum, which appears in the Vulgate, a late 4th century Latin translation of the Bible. Conceived as a vast solid dome. Okay. Oh, no. Let me see what else they got. Firmament. The heavens or the sky, especially when regarded as a tangible thing. A sphere or world viewed as a collection of people. Okay, still nothing about a solid structure. Still nothing about a dome. Let's see the Hebrews. From Latin, firmament, literally a support or strengthening from the firmus, firm, used in Vulgate to translate Greek stereoma, firm or solid structure, which translated Hebrew rakaya, forgive me if I said that wrong, a word used of both the vault of the sky and the floor of the earth in the Old Testament. Firm or solid structure. Okay, what's the biblical? And that's just the quote. Nah, I want to see one more definition. Okay, this is Webster's Dictionary. The vault or arch of the sky, the field or sphere of an interest or activity. And still nothing about a dome or structure. I'm going to come back to that diagram in a minute. The word firmament is used to translate rakia, a word used in biblical Hebrew. It is derived from the root rakeh, I guess, meaning to be or spread out thinly. The process of making a dish by hammering thin a lump of metal. Like most ancient peoples, the Hebrews believed the sky was a solid dome with the sun, moon, planets, and stars embedded in it. The Hebrews believed that the sky was a solid dome. So that right there tells me that they believed that the sky, the open air above them, was the firmament. Not a solid structure, but the sky itself. You had earth, you had the sky, you had the sun, moon, stars, and clouds in the sky, and they believed heaven was above that. That's what I'm getting from there. The Hebrews regarded the earth as a plane or a hill figure, like a hemisphere swimming on water. Over this is arched the solid vault of heaven. To this vault are fastened the lights, the stars. So slight is this elevation that birds may rise to it and fly along the expanse. That's telling me that if the birds fly through the sky. So, if, according to this, their translation of the firmament was the sky, and at that time, of course, they didn't know anything about precipitation or humidity or steam. They just seen water or rain come from the sky. And their deduction was there was a body of water above the sky with windows in it that would let the water through. That's what I'm getting, from what they could be thinking at that time. Like I said, this is just my perspective. This is just what I'm getting from that. Like I said, I read a lot of other stuff, but this is just this, stuff I picked out for the sake of the video to just try to get my point across. But I truly believe that the Hebrews just looked at the sky as the firmament, and they just felt that heaven was above the sky. I don't believe they meant it as a solid dome. Now, with that being said, or that being my conclusion, the whole thing about the flat earth theory is that we're encased in this dome, this impenetrable dome. Nothing could get in, nothing could get out. But if the true definition of the firmament is not a solid structure, but a space, then we're not locked in. Like, that's the only conclusion I could come to with this, that if the true definition of firmament is not a dome, and we're not locked in, and firmament just means space, then we're just free to, like, it's just open. Like, to me, that right there kills the whole thing about the flat earth theory, because it's the firmament that keeps the water from coming inside the dome, right? Except for the windows. So if there's really no barrier, what they really meant was the sky, then there's no water. It's just space. And right now, that's the conclusion I come to. Like, if the Hebrews really meant that the firmament was just space, you had earth, the firmament, and then the heavens, then it's earth, open air, space, and then what they believed was beyond the stars. And so I'm still more towards the earth being a globe. That's the conclusion I came up with. Like I said, that's just my opinion. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments. And I hope I explained everything. I just wanted to keep this video short. All right. So I hope that's everything. Like I said, if not, let me know in the comments. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. One.